Where?
No, I see you.
Oh, you see my ring light?
I see the ring light and the table.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it around, and I got me and Oliver's on my lap. Okay. So are we live right now? So I've got to I got to turn. Okay, I see. So it wasn't having reverb. Is Pete on too? Do you see me in the Do you see me in the dog?
I have, but it's not what the image is.
Oh, I'm going to turn my voice down. Why am I hearing myself on here? I don't want to do that. It won't. Uh-oh.
Is it still up?
Is it? Lost recording, reconnecting. Oh, I'll put my Wi-Fi. Dense.
I'm in Richmond. Good evening and welcome to Good Day. NWI with Becky and Pete. And now, here's your host, Becky Matea.
Hi, everybody. I'm getting a lot of feedback. So we're trying something new today, and I'm not sure I'm about to do this because I can hear myself. We, David, can you hear me okay? All right. So it's me and Oliver, my adopted little buddy. I'm going to try to call you back on my home phone. We might have to switch over to the Facebook. We're on Restream. Love it, but has a lot of.
It definitely
David, can you
takes
hear
some getting
me
used
okay?
to. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but
Yes.
my voice is repeating and it's distracting.
Oh, and you don't have any other devices on.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Okay.
So let me try to mute myself, but
Okay.
then I won't be able to hear you. One moment, please.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me? Technology. It's always fun. Oh, we lost her. She's coming back.
Okay, so I went and scrolled, pulled my screen down, and then I pulled my screen up and I turned off everything else and I came back on. So I cannot hear myself any longer. So I must have had something else on. Thank you.
Excellent. No problem. No problem.
David's also our tech guru, besides producer and an overall wonderful human being who has a new book out. We're going to stay tuned because we're going to talk about that. I don't know if y'all heard me, but I am here with my little Chihuahua. Can you see him? He's blending in. But this is Oliver. That's my recent. Well, not so recent. I think it's been a year, huh?
Almost a year. Yeah. Almost a year.
Adopted
Remember?
adopted little
When we got
boy.
her? Yeah.
So, what's really cool about this is all of us are in different locations, and David got us together on Restream to just pop up and say Happy Thanksgiving. I'm in Northwest Indiana. David is where?
I'm in Mechanicsville, Virginia, outside of Richmond.
So, you took a road trip
Yeah.
for family.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the wonder of technology.
Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
think Pete is around in spirit. I know he's got a lot going on. They've got some things going on with the family, but he did want to do the show. I couldn't make it over there. David's out of town. So we're trying this way. So on Restream, where do we Restream to?
So we restream to Facebook Live, our Facebook page. We're restreaming to our YouTube channel. We're restreaming to our Twitch channel and also our Instagram channel. So all
And
four of those are live right now.
so if people are wanting to share, they can share. And we do have other social media platforms, but as we say, we have to have likes, follows, shares, donations to be even broader. But we can, after this, take it and share it onto those, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
We're
So
just
what
not
we
able to go
do is
live.
right, right. We usually will take the recording of our stream and we'll chop it up. We'll post shorts on our YouTube channel, but we'll also post on our TikTok.
Mhm.
We'll post on our X and LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Those are all wonderful. So people are um, saying, well, you don't have a lot of eyes. Well, maybe during the show, but at the end of the show, during the week, the month, and the year, we've got over 1 million, not on just on our platforms, but we are pushing out media through emails, mail, billboards, um, messenger. And I think the most effective way is our staff is out and about throughout the country and the world. I mean, we've had people go throughout the world, and I'm plopping down cards, good day NWI. So,
Yep. Yeah.
we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I know, we usually start, we have like a little format. We're going to do a shortened version because I really want to talk to you about a book that you just published. So we're here in Northwest Indiana, and it's pretty chilly out, I must admit, unfortunately. And I think there's going to be cold most of the week coming up.
Yeah.
But you did mention, even being out there, you knew the traffic situation. So what was happening with traffic?
There was 2 big accidents right near the Crown Point exit on I-65 that had it bottled up for miles. And people on social media were talking about it. They were talking about it on the news. My business partner even said helicopters were flying over because he lives in Crown Point
Yeah.
to
And
deal.
your business are those partitions, which we should also bring up. We've got a few ideas for those. The partitions that are safety between the driver and the passengers in the back. We should mention
Yeah.
that too. But
Yeah.
I was just doing errands yesterday, and police were flying for 8094. So I think the message is we need to slow down. We need to not be distracted. When we need to just keep watching defensively, because like even animals are out there and they don't know what they're doing, and you've got to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Reason why I know this Restream works is because I
mhm.
just did a Restream with my business partner Wayne. I was in Virginia, he was in Crown Point. We posted to our social media channels. We said happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And one of the things that I had learned was that the National Highway Transportation Board said that this year road traffic is going to be higher than it's ever been since the pandemic.
Because
Because people are getting out now. People
getting out, more
are
people.
they're traveling,
Um,
and traffic is going to be something.
Oh, and then the roads, yeah, because when population increases, the roads, we've got construction, weather, accidents, yeah. So I know people. I think they said this is the busiest travel season of the year because of Thanksgiving,
Yep.
and
This is
we
bigger than
got
Christmas. This is bigger than Easter. Everybody travels for
4th of July.
Thanksgiving. More people travel for Thanksgiving than any other holiday in this country.
So, and I thought the irony, because I think we're all just laying low because we lead busy lives. But I mean, I was looking like to go shopping. Like, it's the irony is that we're thankful for everything we have, but we go out to shop right away. So, but we cooked the traditional. We had a little bit of like the Slovak, Italian. That's more at Christmas, but we do bring that up. Did you have the usual, or do you have something different on the East Coast?
No, we had very, very traditional turkey dressing, cranberry, very, very traditional meal. We did add a little pot roast to it, but again, that's, not out of the norm for a lot of people. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just, getting together with family. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's not always easy though. So I brought some wine too. I stayed over by the football games. But anyway, I mean, I did prep and I did clean up, and I put in a few tips. And Luke came up with their gang at their house went to Walmart and got like $20 turkeys, and they were putting these bags, these special bags, not the plastic, because my mom's like, I've never cooked it in a plastic, not that one. They like take it in, like, when you make garlic bread, and he goes,
Right,
that's the
right.
best turkey. I don't know, fresh turkeys versus frozen. We had to look up making gravy is not always easy, so we looked that up.
Yeah.
And there was one other tip that I was going to mention, but if you have any tips out there watching, go ahead and put them underneath here, because I mean, it's always, because we're all learning. I've got kids that are learning. I'm still learning. I mean, and I enjoy that. So the food, fashion. I am just like in really casual, because warm and casual, because it's I had to do a lot of work today. So
Yeah.
I'm running around, moving things, cleaning things. And I have like furry things on because I'm cold. I'm chilly. Come stay by
Yeah.
me, Oliver.
Yeah.
So we usually start with that, and we have some local news. I know people are gearing up for the holidays already.
Yep.
They're changing over from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and there's lots of these lighted parades. There's lots of little mistletoe markets. Um, and I know people are finishing up their work for the year, including, I'm trying to gear up to write a book. You wrote a book. I also have my surgery, which I'm not real happy about. That's the ninth with the hip replacement.
Yeah.
But so you're an author, which is, yeah. And then this anagram is a really cool thing that you're doing. And then we've also talked about your product. Um, Tell me the name of it. I know it's an acronym.
RSP, the Ride Share Safety Partition.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. And I think tell us a little bit about that, because people are probably like, oh, kind of know, but tell us exactly what that does.
So imagine the old taxi cabs. They used to have a plastic divider that separated the front and the back.
Mm-hmm.
What the ride share safety partition is a portable, self-installable, self-removable version of that. So when we started the company back in 2015, we thought, oh yeah, Uber and Lyft are taking off. We're going to sell to all of the Uber and Lyft drivers, because essentially every time they add a passenger to their car, a stranger is getting in their car, somebody that
Mm-hmm.
they've never met, that they don't know, that doesn't know them. And so just to be safe, just to be protected, the ride share safety partition prevents any contact from the back to the front.
I think that's a great idea. But you said you had another market that tapped into it, one that you didn't even think about.
One that we hadn't even considered. And this was after the pandemic. So during the pandemic, of course, everybody and their mother was buying partitions, but then it sort of tapered off. And then we started getting orders from parents of autistic children.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is these kids, they get triggered when they're in the vehicle for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can inadvertently distract their parents who are driving them.
Actually, I think a lot of children do that, not even being autistic.
Right, right. And so because of the way the partition is designed, is very clear. So it doesn't feel like they're closed in, but it's strong enough to prevent them from pulling it down or denting it or tearing it or breaking it.
Mm-hmm.
And parents of autistic children have been so pleased about it. We were even reached out and contacted by the National Center for Severe Autism, and we partner with them. And we just inked a deal with the city of Seattle
Oh,
for
nice.
their non-emergency mental health crisis response team. And so we're putting partitions in all of their vehicles. So we're very proud of the work that we've done. We didn't realize that this was going to be a market that we were going to be into, but we're glad that we were there to help, and we're doing what we can for the community.
So when we mention products, let us know what products you might like. I know we've talked about different products. I've got to write these down because we mentioned some the other night. So we're going to try to bring these on and have you be able to order them, right? You could contact David Lane directly if you want something like that, or the next thing we're going to talk about is the book. But if you want these types of informational programs like Good Day NWI, we really need your support. So that means stars, that could be Zelling with the QR code, liking, sharing, a whole myriad of different options. You could come to the show. Our next big show that we are planning, this is kind of our halfway mark here, is for December the 8th. The city of Portage and Mayor Austin Bonta will be on, and we're looking forward to a, a, a prosperous relationship with him for everybody involved.
Yeah.
So we move into some, there were some other local stories that were happening. Oh, I did want to mention some people were messaging me after the show that why we didn't mention these things. We don't always have them written down. We don't always have the time. We don't always know. But the sprint football team over at Calumet College, this is for Jeff Gajewski, they did win, I believe, the national championship, and they're right in Whiting, Indiana. So we congratulate those guys. I know there's a lot of football going on this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Sprints are under 150 pounds, I believe. That's the number.
Right.
Oh,
It's impressive.
wow.
Yeah.
Those are,
Yeah.
yeah, quick, tiny. I'd have to get in shape for that. And then there was, I don't know,
Speaking
are
of,
there any other announcements?
I was
Winning.
sad to say that the Bears lost.
I saw that. I guess I always had this saying, change the way you look at things and the things you look at, change its perspective.
Hmm.
Hey, they played a great game against one of the top teams in the league. Granted, I would like to see them winning, and this has become a habit. So, I mean, these things have happened the past couple of weeks. So, I do think they need to make some more adjustments. But
Yeah.
hey, it wasn't a blowout. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it seemed like something at the end with the timeout, but I had heard that there was a penalty. So I think they got to stop making penalties. I think the one
Yeah.
guy threw his helmet at the ref. You
Yep.
can't do that, you
Cannot.
know?
The frustration is just building up, and they want to win so bad. They're
You can't throw a
putting,
helmet at the ref.
but you can't. You really can't. You really can't.
So,
There's no excuse for it, but it's
yeah. So even though they're, in Chicago, we have a strong contingent of people from Northwest Indiana. I still think they're looking for a new place, and NWI has been on the docket. So keep saying that word. Austin, we mentioned to him about the convention center. He's like, that's Lake County. We could get the Bears to Portage. He's raring to go. Events, local stories, pets. I think we've covered most of it. We've got the product. So I've mentioned tea, I've mentioned gum, I've mentioned the safety. We'll keep working on that. Uh, Coming up in December, besides Paper Football League is interested. There's also Roller Skate America. Oh, and Mike Dorochik called me. He just won some wrestling title here in the region. And I think he's in Michigan, but he wrestles in Chicago. He wants to be on pretty soon here. So I want to give some shout outs to that before we delve a little deeper into. So your name is David Lane, but you
yes.
have an anagram that say your name in the anagram form.
Idol Divad.
Okay. And that is your name backwards, starting with your last
Yep.
name.
Yep.
And that is that the pseudonym that you write under?
So
At least this book?
that is.
Okay.
I think it's going to be for any books going forward, because when I started writing poetry, I was just doing it to release, to get my emotions out and on, just out of me so that I could deal with them. And I
Mm-hmm.
found that writing is so therapeutic. And when I look back on it, I could see myself, but it was like a mirror image looking in a
Oh,
and so that's where the concept came to me. Poetry is a mirror to my soul, and so my pen name is a mirror to my name.
that's pretty cool. I know. I look at yeah, I mean, we get a lot of messages all day, so I get bits and pieces. So it's nice to get, like a little bit deeper in understanding what you were saying. What's the name of this book that you wrote?
Okay, so the name of the book, my very first book of poetry that I published, is called Poetry Snatches This Chalet.
Yeah,
And
that's another cool thing.
I just
How'd
put
you
the
come up with that?
screen so you can see that's what the cover looks like of the book.
Oh,
And
you're showing it right now?
yes, yes.
Okay, because I've got my reverse camera doesn't work, so I can't see it. And people can buy this through Amazon?
So currently it is available on Amazon if you just search my name, Inal Divad, or I'll post the link in the comments of this video, but it's available right now. It's available in hardcover, paperback, and
Mm.
Kindle version. The audiobook is not ready yet. It probably won't be ready for another. It probably won't be ready until the beginning of next year because that process is very long as far as getting that done. But I'm very, very proud of it. This book has been 4 years in the making. Uh, it's literally all of my emotions on paper. It's raw, it's real, and it's me.
So what I would like to do, not tonight, but in a subsequent, maybe we're going to do podcasting at the next show too. I would like to go step by step how you did that.
Okay.
That's, a lot of people want to do it. And I've been talking with Abby Gazda. She's got a course coming up. And sometimes I have to like be enrolled in order to stay on track because the one that I'm thinking about is 50 states in 50 years, inside information to travel and life. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'll tell you more about that because this is about you. But I think a lot of people would like to write, but it's hard. And how do you do it? Like, did you self-publish?
So that was originally going to be my plan, but I was fortunate enough to find a publisher to publish my book. But the process for self-publishing, I was literally almost there to doing it myself. So I can definitely speak
Okay.
to that as well.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about your book.
So the book chronicles a very tumultuous relationship that I had. Basically, it's a collection of all of the poems that I've written to her, about her, for her, and from her. And there's also a reflection at the beginning of the book, basically about my process of writing and how I used this poetry, this process, this book to heal and to grow.
Mm. Good for you. I still struggle, but like tell us, you give us a little bit of your background because people are thinking, well, who is he? Where did he come from? How could he do this? Tell us a little bit more about you.
So I am a Chicago native, born and raised. I did move away for a little bit, but came back. And I'm very passionate about travel. I've only been to 49 out of the 50 states. I haven't been to,
Oh,
um, but
which
that's
one haven't you been to?
Alaska. I haven't been to Alaska.
So I am missing one state and we're all going to go when I finish this book. It's Maine. So
Oh,
so I'm gonna tell everybody, pick up the book, we're meeting. I thought that would be a really cool idea. That's
that
why, we were talking about the road trip to Maine.
right. Okay. Because yeah,
Yeah.
oh, it's gorgeous with the colors and everything. Maine is amazing. Yeah.
So you're a Sybaritic traveler too. So
Yeah.
I might even pull in some of your, like what some of your, hot spots are in these states.
Oh,
So you've traveled. So, but now you're back in the region, right?
so now I'm back in the region. I bought a 2 flat in Gary, Indiana. I'm fixing it up. I'm definitely making it my forever home. I've been volunteering in the community of Gary. I'm passionate about helping the community that I live in grow and prosper, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Well,
put.
we're really seeing great things. We were at that meeting that they were working with Notre Dame and having it become a pilgrimage city, which I think would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. And
yeah,
they want a road too. So Whiting wants a road, Portage wants a road. They want a road to the lake. So that's going to be our mission. Good Day WI is building roads to the future. How about
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, what's next for you? So you'll be back. You'll be hopefully back for the next show. Um, and you've got a cavalcade of ideas. I'm thinking of Val because that was one of our word of the days.
Yeah.
Um, and so you'll be back, and we'll just keep on keeping on.
Absolutely. I've got another inkling of idea for a book coming, and working with the partition company, we're definitely doing everything we can to build that into everything that it can be. um I have a son who's 23, going to be 24 next year, and I definitely want to do everything I can to be an example for him and to help him be successful in whatever he chooses to do. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, it's always nice to get to know all of us better. I mean, there's about 20 people that come in and out on this show. We are still looking for that major sponsor. I'm in talks with about many, many, many. But I'd say there's probably uh, 10 really top companies that we're real close on, and that would make it easier for us to just be able to spotlight everybody without doing a lot of I guess, selling and contracting. So I hope that develops pretty soon here. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Um, you know what? I did want to mention that there's so much going on in Northwest Indiana. I'm so glad that I'm a part of this. Um, they just released the casinos just released their end of the year financial reports, and the Hard Rock Casino is doing like booming business. They had
Mm,
profits this year, and I know part of it was because of the new location. But there's so many good things happening in Northwest Indiana. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do. This is definitely a labor of love. We're hoping that it can turn into something more. But even if it doesn't, we're doing this because we love where we are, and we're hoping to make it better.
yeah, there's a lot of well, you mentioned entertainment, housing, schooling, sports, people, uh, all these energy. We've got a lot of great things here, and we like to let folks know. And we also did the interview with the upcoming
Governor,
Governor-elect Ron. So we said Good Day NWI, maybe Good Day Indiana, maybe Good Day USA. So there's that's what our are those goal boards. I have one here, manifesting our storyboard. I
vision.
can't even think of the vision board.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yes. So once again, I'm Becky Matea. This is Good Day NWI. It's Thanksgiving 2024, and we hope everyone is having a great, a spectacular day.
that's right. That's right. God bless everyone. Thank you again.
All right, and we'll see you November the 8th for sure.
December 8th. Yes.
December the 8th for sure. Okay. Thanks, David.
All right. Thank you.